Zev Wolf. If we please could have in mind Zev Wolf Ben Tzvi Hirsch. It's my Zadie's 20th yahrzeit today.
Okay.
On the same note, it's my grandmother's yahrzeit. It's not 20 years, about 16. And Saralea Bas Yaakov Akayim.
Okay.
All right.
Someone should have an aliyah.
Hey.
I am.
16 and 20. They're good numbers. New Yussel, how was it?
Pretty good. It's not as smooth as the other Caribbean guests.
Oh.
Barrett.
Oh, Lagvulin again. Lagvulin. All right. Darlem was forcing me. I swore off alcohol the other night when I had too much, but
no, you didn't.
I'm back on the wagon.
All right.
It's a whole of 3 years old at $17.99 for 1.75. This makes me very Jewish.
All right.
Parents, they got to start putting it out of the boxes of food. No worries.
This satisfies all the missed minyanim that I had.
Maybe I could trade it for 8 bottles of milk and a pineapple.
There you go.
I'm investing in stock in the milk companies, like all the milk that they're giving out.
Baruch Hashem.
Oh, Pandejo. Ooh, is that 38? Wow. Andy, is that when that's Shimon and Shimon there, no?
Yeah.
That's the Shimon bottle.
This is 38 years old. My wife bought me for my birthday a few years ago.
Oh, I thought that was a Shimon bottle.
No, that's a me bottle.
No, this is a special bottle. I'll take a shot. If I can find a shot.
Cham, everybody.
The Simchas.
So, Tiago, now that Trump said shuls are essential, does this make us all essential employees?
For sure.
And we can cut the line at Costco.
Oh,
gotta create IDs.
I nominated him too.
Did you?
Yeah, of course, but Racheli won. She nominated him too.
I hear. All right, let's go. Yeah, Zokti Gemara. Right, so we discussed the Mishnah of taking out yayin and milk. Right? Yeah. So the Gemara says, Tana, Kedem Zigas Kais. Actually, now that you guys are drinking schnapps, it's mamish negeya to today's daf. I can't even tell you. It's mamish negeya to today's daf.
Now it's called Hashgacha practice.
I didn't say it was important. I just said it's negeya to today's daf. L'chaim to. Am I the only one not drinking on this daf?
That's what it looks like.
Okay. But they're drinking hard alcohol. Not everybody around me drinking alcohol.
Ask mommy to have one for you.
Mommy's drinking alcohol right now.
Oh.
This meeting is being recorded.
Abba brought her a drink.
It's all beer chametz.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so Tana Kedem Zigas Kais Yafa. So it says that how much wine do you have to take out in order to pour a Kais Yafa, my Kais Yafa? What is a Kais Yafa? That's a Kais Shel Bracha. Right? Birchas Hamazon, Rashi says, and it needs to have a nice Kais. It has to go to the top. Why not Kiddush? Different story, different time. Okay. Hold on.
I'm sorry. I don't have my art scroll. I have no idea what Amud we're up to. I know we're up to 75 or 76. What is that in Hebrew?
We're on 76 Amud Beis.
What's it in Hebrew?
Ayin Vav Amud Beis.
Ah, okay, good. Thank you.
Page 152 in my Gemara.
Yeah. Oh, beauty.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Zokti Gemara. So Tana Kedega Mezigas Kos Yafa. In order to pour a nice Kos, so my Kos Yafa, Kos Shel Bracha, that's a Kos Shel Bracha. Amar Rav Nachman, Amar Rav Rav, Kos Shel Bracha tzarich sheyeh by riviis. A Kos Shel Bracha needs to have a quarter of a lug. Kidei shim again of Yaman riviis. In order to make what you do is you take water, you add it to the wine. You have to dilute it. The wine was very strong back then, so you're taking a quarter of a riviis and mixing it with water. So it's basically 3 parts water, 1 part wine. So Amar Rava, Afananami. Tanina, Amaitzi Yain Kidei. Now we're on Ayin Zayin Amad Al. Afananami. Tanina, Amaitzi Yain Kidei Mezigas Kais. In order, somebody carries out wine, it has to be enough in order to dilute wine with it. Tani Allah Kidei Mezigas Kais Yafa. And we learned Mezigas Kais Yafa. But Tani Sefer. And we learned to say V'sharkal Amashkim B'Revius. Every other liquid's a Revius. Fine. The Rava L'tamei, and Rava is going with his reasoning. Damar Rava Kol Chamra D'Loidori Al Chat Tlas Maya Lav Chamrahu. Any wine that doesn't have 1/3 wine, it's a quarter actually. The D'Loidori Al Chat Tlas. It's the way you translate is 1/3, but it's 3 parts water to 1 part wine. So it really comes out a quarter of it is wine. Lab Chamru, that's not wine, right? Damar Abaya. State Shuvas B'Davar, there's 2 kashas that I have on there. Chadu the Tanva Mazug, Shnei Chelke Mayim ve'Echad Yayim and a Yayin Shirani. We have a mission that says a mazug is two parts water to 1 part wine from Yayin Shirani. So it's not 3 parts, it's 2 parts. Right? Not 3 parts water to 1 part wine, it's 2 parts. There's water that's in the jug that you're diluting it. And is that going to be mitzvah? This that you're saying that it's 2 parts water to 1 part wine from Yayin Ashirani. Yayin Ashirani l'chud derapi. Don't worry about it. You can't bring any kashas from Yayin Ashirani from the Sharon because that's lousy wine. So therefore, all you need is it's very weak wine. So therefore, all you need is 2 parts water to 1 part wine. Right? Inami hasam hashem chazusa. There, all you wanted is for the appearance. Or right there, you don't really need to dilute it, only for appearance. So just for appearance, you only need 2 parts water to 1 part wine. But if you want to actually have the strong taste of wine, then you're going to need more. You need Shabbos, because here we're talking about Shabbos, and for Shabbos you need something substantial. So therefore, it is substantial. Okay. Fine. Tano, so we learned Yavish b'kezayis, Divrei Reb Nosson. Yavish, if it's dried wine, right, then it's a kezayis, meaning the liquid, when you want to transfer measurements from solids to liquid, a liquid measurement to a solid measurement, so we have to try and figure out how that goes. So what he's saying is that a kezayis would be the equivalent of a riviis, which is what we do, this is what we're busy with the whole Pesach, right? Or you have to have a riviis of wine and a kezayis of matzah. Right, they're the same shear. How do you transfer over the shiurim? How do you know what's what? Okay, Yavish b'kezayis, Divrei Reb Nosson, Amar Rav Yosef, Rabbi Nosson, Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Yehuda, Amru Davarach, they're saying one thing. Rav Nosson Hoda Amaram, Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Yehuda, the Tanya, Rabbi Yehuda, I'm a shisha dvar mikula b'shamai chumra b'sil. There are 6 things that Beis Shammai is more mekel and Beis Hillel is more machmer. Now, normally Beis Shammai is the one that's the machmer and Beis Hillel is the mekel. So here we're saying there's 6 things that it's the opposite. Dam nevela, and blood of a nevela is something that wasn't shechted. Right? So blood of a nevela b'shami mitarin. B'shami says it's tzar, b'sil mitam, and b'sil says it's tomei. Amar Rav Yosef Rabbi Yehuda, afke shetimu b'sil loitimu elo b'dam sheyesh b'revius. Even when B'sil said that blood of a nevela is tomei, they're only making tomei dam that has a revius. Since if you have a revius of blood and it congeals, it's going to be a kezayis, and that's the minimum amount of blood that you would need to make tumah. Maybe not. That's not what it's. Maybe Rav Nosson is not saying the same thing. Because maybe here Rav Nosson only said you need a revius. I'll be yayin to kolish. That yayin is yayin is not very strong. I mean it's strong, but it's thin. It's thin. It's not very thick wine, right? I guess unless you're drinking cream malaga or whatever it is, but even that, right?
Isn't that the opposite? Isn't that the opposite of? Wasn't it much stronger back then? Wasn't wine much stronger?
No, but when you compare it to blood, even as thick as wine was, when you compare it to blood, it's much more porous, right? Maybe by blood you would not be in a kezayis. I'm sorry. Avadam desamach kezayis desamach kezayis loy. How do you say this? Avadam desamach kezayis loy riviis. Right, a kezayis. In order to make a kezayis, you don't need a riviis. Inami or adkan like Rav Yosef Rav Yehuda hasam the kezayis sagi riviis Maybe over there, Rabbi Yosef Yehuda only says that a kezayis, a riviis makes a kezayis, elabadam v'samach. That's by blood, that's thick. Havayayin the kolish kezayis have a yosim riviis, but maybe wine is going to actually need much more than a riviis. And if you take out less than kezayis, you are chayiv. So basically, we thought that there's a proof that we can prove that kezayis is the same as riviis, and we're saying no, it's lav dafka because blood is thicker than.
See, I don't understand. Are we discussing Matthias over here? It seems like the Gemara is going back and forth on what would congealed wine
why
or
couldn't
dam
the
be?
Why
don't you do a science experiment and figure it out? Yeah, there's not a it's not a machlokes of what the Matthias of what congealed would become, is it? That doesn't make sense.
I hear. That's a good point. I don't know. What do you guys say to that? Meaning they seem to be arguing on something that could be figured out. Although we know that we have a million different shitas about shiurim. So maybe that
fair,
really
but here you could just say see what it happens when it congeals. Like it seems like they're tentative to figure out what the psak would be if it congeals or not.
Right.
I'm not so sure the wine would congeal.
At all.
Right. Dam will congeal, wine wouldn't. So they're asking.
Okay, so fine. Forget about that.
Amen.
So then forget about, why don't we just see the Matthias of Dam?
That's what the Gemara is saying. The Gemara first said, we'll see the Matthias of Dam and equate it to the Matthias of Yayin. And the Gemara says, no, Yayin is not as viscous.
Yeah, but they're not sure. They're also not sure about Dam also, not just Yayin. They're also not sure about the Matthias of Dam, how much it takes to congeal to kezayis.
Well,
that's fair enough.
Different bloods have different viscosities.
That's not what the Gemara says. Now we're just adding a lot to the Gemara.
No, but it could be that's why we're handling Matthias without really handling Matthias. In other words,
right.
We know the dam will congeal. We know that there probably, or at least there could be different measurements to congeal dam.
So maybe the Gemara lift like listening to Bidida at that point.
No, we're trying to deal with wine.
I hear. But let's talk about the halacha l'maisa that comes out of this Gemara, right? So now we know the halacha is that in order to be yaitza, you have to have a riviis, correct? Now here we're saying that maybe you have to adjust that riviis based on what the thickness or based on how much is going to satisfy you, right? Based on this, the Taz, the famous Taz, for all the Chassidushas amongst us, and those that like to drink schnapps and make kiddush on schnapps, which is not parrots, because he makes it on a full cup of schnapps. But for those that are not like parrots, so they want to make kiddush on a schnapps glass, right? A schnapps glass. So based on this, the Taz says that normally you have to have a riviis, but schnapps, since the normal amount to drink is only an ounce, so if you drink that whole thing, then you don't have to, then that's enough to make a bracha achrona on it. And based on that, some place can want to say, okay, so if that's how much, if that's a riviis, and that's how much you have to make a bracha achrona, so now on kiddush, all you have to have is a riviis, right? You have to have a riviis in the cup, and therefore they say that you're allowed to make kiddush on a schnapps glass. Okay, based on this, many places can disagree with this Taz, but there are those that are make like this Taz. So the source of it is right here in this Gemara. Okay,
you told Naphtali until his wife shaves her head bald, he can't make kiddush on.
I remember I told him that. That's right. That is right. That's right. You gotta take the full package. The full package. Yeah. Now we could say maybe if he participates in big minyanim indoors, then he would have to then also. Shouldn't have said that. Okay. Anyways,
somebody told me yesterday he walked into a Satmar Koil in Borough Park, 250 people pounding.
Givaldic.
There was Hafladik.
All right. Yeah. Anyway,
pounding what?
Now we get to see if Jesse's listening and Liner's listening, but it looks like we got no comment out of either one of them, so this is a beauty.
What I do? I'm listening. There's nothing about me there.
Okay, rewind the
recording. Just waiting for you to make a machag.
You're right. It was about your wife. I'm sorry.
No, different Naphtali.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I only drink when someone else makes the kiddush on a shot glass.
There you go. Okay, that's all right. I don't know if that really flies, but okay.
Well, with our old kiddush club, someone made a l'chaim on a riviis and made kiddush.
Well, if you're a real man, you do it like parrots. That's the bottom line. Okay. Chalav kedei gemia, right? Milk in order that you have to swallow. Iboilu kedei. Now, for some reason, the Gemara goes off, and how do you spell the words, right? Iboilu kedei gemia or kedei gemia? Is it with an aleph or is it an ayin? So Amar Rav Nachman Yitzchak hagmieni no mat ma'im mikadeh, right? That's what Esav told Yaakov. Okay? Give me so a little bit of water from your jug. So hagmieni there spelled with an aleph, so it must be that it's an aleph. Okay, iboilu garinin or garinin, right? Garinin. I'm sorry, garinin. Right, so is that with an ayin or an aleph? So Amarava Barula v'nigram erkacha. So you see it's with an ayin. Iboilu omimas omimas. That's talking about coals that are going out. Is it with an aleph, with an ayin? Or Rav Yitzchak bar Avdimi arazim loy amavu. Cedars will not go burn out. So began elikim in began elikim. So it's with an ayin. Iboilu mamtin tananay mamtin. When you close the eyes of somebody who dies. Is that with an aleph or with an ayin? So you see, Aitzamena was with an ayin. If you take out milk of a behema, is ketei gemia. That's enough to swallow. Chalav shal isha v'luban shal beitza, but a woman's milk, breast milk, and the white of an egg is ketei litan be'mashifa shal kila, to put it on a thing that you smear stuff on the eye. Okay. But kilar kidei lashav b'mayim, and kilar has to be big enough that you can smear it with water for both eyes. Rashi points out, because later on the Gemara is going to say in another blot or two, it's going to say that there's only one eye. Is it enough to just rub it, or it's enough to hold on to this bandage that you're putting on the eye? You have to have room to hold it and to rub it, or it's just the amount that you rub on it. So take it. The Gemara says take it. Fine. So honey to put it on like a wound. We said it's to put it on the mouth of the kosis, not necessarily around it, but just on the mouth of it. Al kosis apuma the kula kosis. I do my mursha kama the kosis. Right? Does it mean to put it on the mouth of the whole kosis, or maybe just where the pus is coming out? Mursha kama the kosis lafuke hudrana the loy, but to exclude the hudrana, meaning around it. That you would not put it there, meaning because it's all tali. Whatever the answers are to these questions is how much honey you're going to be chayiv on if you carry it out. So again, the Gemara says teku. Okay, we're going to have quite a few tekus in these next bunch of blocks. Everything Hashem created in the world, He didn't create it. He didn't create anything for batala for no reason. Bara shavlo lakasis. I might not remember all these tight words over here. He created a shavlo as some sort of bug. What?
A slug, the rat.
A slug, yeah. Lacosis for a cut, yeah.
For a sore, yeah.
Yeah, I think it sucks it out or whatever it is. It absorbs the infection or the pain. He created a fly for if somebody gets bit by a tzira. He created what's a tzira is like a hornet, I think. That's what he touched it. Yeah. For a fly, I guess a fly heals it. Yatush, the nachash, a mosquito is for a snake. The nachash lechafafis, and a nachash is for chafafis is some sort of skin rash or something, a pimple, something like that. The samamis la'akreb. Samamis is a some sort of bird, right?
Spider.
Is that what it is?
Spider.
They're saying it's a spider?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I don't have. I have a different Gemara. Okay. Samamis la'akreb. Hey, heichi avid le. How do you do it? Maisi chada uchma v'chada chivaria. You take one black one and one white one, v'shalkila, when you cook them up together, v'shayfule, and then you rub it on there. Okay. Tanarabana chamisha emas hand. There are 5 fears. Emas chalash al givar. There's always the fear of a weak person on a strong person. Emas mafkia al ari. It's a small little animal on an ari. That's the way Rashi says it. It's got a very loud voice, and it scares the lions. I don't know what type should they say on this art scroll.
Mafkia.
Mafkia? They call it a mafkia?
Might be a hyena. Hyenas scare lions.
No, but hyenas are not small.
Right. So Rashi says it's a small animal that has a very loud voice. I know a lot of small people that have very loud voices, but I don't know if that's
here.
Yeah, enter stage. Yes, okay, all right. Amos yitush ala pill, the fear of a fly or mosquito on a what do you call it, on an elephant, right? I mean, it goes into its nose. Rashi says these things go into the nose and annoy it. Amos samamis ala akre, and the same thing we said before. Didn't we say samamis? Right, the samamis also on a scorpion. The same thing. Amos sanvonis ala nesher, the fear of a sanvonis is like a small bird onto an eagle. They must kill it. Then the Rashi says it goes under its wings and annoys it. Right? It doesn't allow it to spread its wings. They must kill this al-Levyasan, and this the fear of a small fish on the Levyasan, which is a very large fish. Amar Rabbi Yehuda Amar Ma'ikra, a mavlik shoyd al-Eyes. He puts the small one on the strong one, meaning he strengthens the small on the strong. Fine. Rav Zera Ashkech Rabbi Yehuda Kaya Pischa de Bechamua. This is interesting. This is a proof that sometimes you have to know when you can get a rabbi in a good mood, and then you know when to ask him things, right? So Rav Zera found Rabbi Yehuda. He was standing at the opening of his father-in-law's house. He saw that he was in a good mood, right? And if he would have asked him all the things, all the stuff, the mundane things in the world, he would have told it to him. Amrle, my time is easy. Miskan Beresha v'Hadar Imri. How come the goats go first, and then the Imri is the other types of goats? I don't know how you call them. All right, Amalei Kibriyasa Shalaylam. The Beresha Hashucha v'Hadar Nahura. First go the black ones, then go the white ones. Okay, meaning this stuff has nothing to do with Torah. He's just asking him. I got this over from Chaim Kanievsky a few weeks ago, where he goes through all sorts of proofs that you learn all sorts of science from Gemaras and Midrashim. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, so that's what he told him. My time, Ahani Michsian Vahani Megalian. How come some of them, these goats, have their what do you call it? Their private parts, I guess, covered, and some are open. Hani the Mechsinan Minayu Machsian. The ones that we use their wool to cover ourselves, so therefore the private parts are covered. Bahani the Loy Machsinan Minayu Megalian. The ones that we don't use their wool, it's open. Okay. What shaykhis one has to do with the other, I have no idea. My time, the gamal zutar genufte. Why is the tail of a camel short? Because it eats thorns, and therefore it's not gonna. We don't want its tail to get stuck on the thorns. Which we had this before. My time at tura aricha. Why genufte? My time at tura aricha genufte. Why is the tail of a cow very long? The dire ba'agmi, because it lives in the swamps. It needs to what do you call it? Shoo away the flies that are in the swamp. My time akarna de kamtza rechicha. Why? What's the reason why the keren? How do you call it? Not the horns. Antennas. The antennas of grasshoppers are soft. Because it lives also amongst reeds. And if it's going to be hard, then it's going to knock it over. And meaning if they're going to be, the antenna is going to be strong, then it's going to fly into a reed. The reed's going to knock it off. But like this, it's soft, so it bends with it. Right? Somebody who wants to blind a grasshopper, just knock off its antenna.
Is the Gemara asking why the Metzius is like this, or why Hashem created it this way? And I'm asking that in terms of all these people that discuss evolution is something that happens in the Welt, even after creation. Is that something that they bring from this Gemara or no?
I don't know. I never read any of those books. But if it would be in Torah, then what would be the Chiddush? Meaning the Gemara seems to say that these are mundane things. So right, these are mundane things. Saying then it would be considered Torah. No?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Is the Gemara saying that that's why Hashem created it that way?
I hear. That's what I think that's why he's saying it. I think. Yeah. Okay, let's see. My time, a high timid the Tarnagol to midly layla. How come the eyelids of a Tarnagolis, the lower lid goes above the upper lid? So he said, the answer is the diary adapi, because it lives on top of the roof of the houses. Be I'll kitra misavra, and if the smoke, because you have smoke from the ovens going up into the rafters of a house, and therefore it's going to get blind if not. Fine. Then he goes through a whole thing of why there are names, why we call things certain things. Dasha is derech sham. So a dasha is a door, so it means derech sham. That's what it's called a dasha because we go through it. Darga is steps, derech gag. That's the way you go to the roof. Matchulta, right? What is matchulta again?
Dipping sauce.
What? Spices.
Dipping sauce, they call it here.
Dipping sauce?
I'm not the one translating it.
That's what our scroll says?
Yeah. And the bottom says a sauce, a Babylonian kuta.
That's what Rashi says.
Like some type of kuta.
Yeah, okay. So I thought it didn't mean it's sauce. Okay. I thought spice.
Like mechis. Same idea.
Yeah. Mitchulte, masai tichla. When is it going to go away? See, that's what I don't understand what Rashi. Masai tichla is because it's meaning it lasts a very long time. So that's why it's called matchulta, masai tichla. When is it going to go? What it called? Da besa, right? Why is it called a house? I'm sorry, masai tichla da. When does this thing going to go up? Besa, what's a house? Ba ve'esiba. Come and sit in it. Biksa, what is a biksa? Small house. Be aksa. It's called a small house. Be aksa. Kufsa, what's a basket? Kaif the sid. Turn it over and sit on it. Livni, why are they called, what do you call it? Livni? Bricks? Livnei bunny, because it's going to be for your children's children, meaning because bricks last a long time. Yeah, hutzah. What's a hutzah? That's a thing made out of thorns. Hutzah, chatzitza, comes from the word chatzitza because it makes a separation. Chatzva, a chatzva is something like a jug, not really a jug, something that you draw water with, like a pail. Yeah, shechatza mayim in a har, because you take out mayim from the river. Kuza, what's a kuza? It's also a type of a small jug. Kuzeh, like this, like he's showing a small amount, right? Shetisa, what's shetisa? Which that needs already an explanation. It's like a shetisa is like something of hadassim, right? That Rashi says that people danced with it by chasanas. So the reason why they call shetisa shtusa, it's because people look crazy when they're dancing with you dance crazy and you look like you're crazy. So that's why it's called shetisa. Meshichla, what's a meshichla? Mashi kula, mashkilta, right? So what does that mean? I'm sorry, mashkilta is another one, right? A mashkilta is something that's mashi kula. It's a large bath. You're gonna wash a lot. Mashkilta, mashi kolsa. It's gonna be you do a little bit, meaning it runs out. Yeah. Asisa, what's asisa? How do you call asisa? Chasarta, right? The asisa is the thing that you crush the what do you call it? You crush the spices in. So that's chasarta. Buchna, bayu v'achna. That's the how do you call it? The pestle, the thing that you bang the thing. Pestle,
Mortar and pestle.
You pronounce that T? You don't pronounce that T.
It's a mortar and pestle.
Pestle or pestle? I think it's with a T.
Pestle. It is with the T.
Pestle with a T. No, I think we pronounce the T.
Yeah.
I don't know. We need a whole Gemara on how to pronounce the English. You say we don't pronounce the T.
I think you do. It's a mortar and pestle.
It's a pestle and mortar.
Okay.
Pronounce the T.
Pronounce the T.
You outvoted Gershon. You outvoted on this one.
He's also British.
Levusha, what's clothing? Leibusha, no busha. Glima, what's a large coat? Shanasa by kegoylem. You look like a goylem, meaning if you wear a large coat, so it's not very form-fitting, so then you just look like this big goylem. Gulsa, what's a gulsa? Goli ve'esiv, goli ve'esiv, right? That's what gulsa is. How do you call it? A nice, how do you call it again? I don't know. There's a word for it. What do they say? Article.
A vest, no?
A fine cape.
Is that what they call it? A vest?
No, a fine cape.
A who?
A fine cape.
Cape? Cape, C-A-P-E?
Yeah, cape, yeah.
Okay, so now whatever, a nicer
silent.
jacket. A nicer jacket, yeah? Gali ve'esiv. Fine. Purya, a bed, shaparim v'ravan aleh, because you makayim pruruvu on it. Bar, zinka, right? A bar zinka is a bar that has, how do you call it? It's a, what do you call it? Empty pit, an empty bar. Zen Noki, it's clean. Sudra, Said Hashem Lireyev. A sudra, right, a sudra is what they used to cover themselves with by davening, right? So we say Said Hashem Lireyev. That's the side of Hashem is to those that fear Him. Aftana, what's an aftana, right? Is a palace, right? A pischa din. You go through this door to a palace, right? Meaning because it's very big, so a lot of people go through its doors. Fine. Tonavana shloisha, 3 things. Kolzman shemaz kinin, as when they get older, masif and gura, they actually get stronger. Ve'elohein, a dog, a fish, v'nachash, a snake, v'chazir, and a pig. All those 3 things get stronger as they go on. Okay, we stop here. We're going to go weiter. I guess we should stop here. Yeah. Stop here.
According to Google, you do not pronounce the T.
Oh, yeah?
I say we should stop here.
You don't
All right, Rabbi Stein, question for you.
Yes.
With this new Rosh Yeshiva edict about davening outside with 12 people, what if it rains?
Yeah, then don't daven outside.
He says that.
His rule is outside or nothing.
He said outside or nothing. That's what it says in the letter.
But it doesn't
Right, so
mean
is
that,
it
doesn't mean that
like-
you shouldn't daven if you're not going to die. You should go inside and daven alone.
But should you do that and not daven b'tzibor with a raincoat? Is it like Pesach?
Again,
Where-
if you can't concentrate, we're not chayiv to daven in minyan.
Absolutely.
I didn't see his email. But
Jesse,
you're
I'll
not-
make
we're
it easy
still
for you.
we're still under being putter from davening with the minyan.
Oh, you found the next
Okay?
one?
Okay.
So if you're going to concentrate better inside, daven inside. If you're not, then daven outside.
Not gonna fit it.
But I can't
Okay.
imagine in the rain in a raincoat you could daven like a normal person.
Probably more than I have been recently.
Okay, listen, I listen. All right, I'm not saying I'm the greatest of the concentrators either, but yeah.
Okay, fine. Have a good
Alrighty.
Shabbos, everybody.
All right.
That's
Shabbat
your
shalom.
time.
What time? What's the Shabbos? 1:45 again?
Yeah, not before that.
No, we
Yeah,
can't do
I guess.
before that. Yeah. Okay.
All right, Shabbos, everybody.